do Squalor, and I just had a moment of panic because it looked like Madden didn't load my right save, and I'm like, no! All that work I did was gone, but I did find it, and I'm going to start dating my saves, I think, and we'll go from there. So the next thing we're going to do is, we still have the draft recap here. We're going to do the +5 for a player. So let me get that set up here. It's 1 through 32. Oops, sorry. It's a 22nd team, which is the Pats gets a +5 player. Unlucky Devils. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 through 6. I'm gonna move my mouse away from my microphone. It's their right outside linebacker. He's gonna be phenomenal. Let's see how phenomenal he is. Okay. He's an 86 overall now in his rookie year, because that's what happens. So, nice for them, huh? Okay, let's go grab. Let's drag it over here. Put 32 in there and hit that button. 24th team has the -5. The 24th team is the Rams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Dang, 11 draft picks this year. Well, one of them's going to stink. And that would be number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh man, that's a big blow to the center. That was actually pretty good. Let me go do this. Okay, that dropped him to a 69 overall. So, sorry. Next up is a, let's say, 20-year-old. 20-year-old who's going to be 20. 32 teams. Hit that button. 15th team. 15th team is the 49ers. Is going to have a 20-year-old. And we only have 4 choices. So put a 4 in there. Hit that button. It's the 4th one. So they're not so great. Left tackle is actually 20, not 22. So let me mark that down. Okay, next up on the list for a youngster will be team number 5. 5 is the Browns. Is that the right way to go? Hard to say. 6, 7, 8. 8 possibilities. The 7th player, so this middle linebacker in the 5th round, wasn't 23, but he was actually 20. Bad draft, so I really don't want the 25, but here we go. It is number 11 is going to have a Cowboy. Cowboy has a 20-year-old, and they only have 3 choices, so it's either their first round quarterback or, yes, let's get that 3 in there. Oops. Hit that button. It's their quarterback. He's 25. That's bad for the Cowboys. It was already 23, so this just makes it worse. But that's the joys of this. Ray Weston. QB, superstar quarterback, 23 to 25. Edit him. Going over. 25. Okay, next up, get a 32 on there. 25th team. That's the Ravens. I picked a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 picks. Let's grab this. And it is pick number 3. 1, 2, 3. Their third round pick goes from 22 to 25. Alright, next up on this here is to edit this player first, and then we're going to do the plus dev. The plus dev goes to someone. 32 teams. Let's hit this button. Who's getting a plus dev? The 25th team. Isn't that seriously where I am right now? The Ravens. One of them's getting a bonus. Ravens get selected a lot apparently. And it will be the second player on here will get a bonus. So Shivers actually is going to be quick dev. Let me mark that down and do it. Okay, that was nice for them. Last one. Last one will be... Oh, no. Oh, yeah, we only do... Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Slow dev. So it is going to be team number 6, which is the Bucks. Seven possibilities. It's the last one. This middle linebacker from the 7th round has slow dev. That's a bummer. He ain't gonna make it. Alright, managed to make a bigger deal out of this, but here's the Hall of Fame. Brady, Jerry Rice. Obviously, Brady retired in Madden, so he's got the Madden jersey on. Jerry Rice was before it. Adrian Peterson's in the Hall of Fame. Mohamed Sue is in the Hall of Fame with 1,590 points with 11 yearly awards. Ben Roethlisberger, John Elway, Phillip Rivers, Jason Witten, Darrelle Revis, Larry Fitzgerald, Eli Manning, Antonio Gates, Drew Brees, Pete Carroll's in the Hall of Fame, Gerald McCoy, DeMarcus Ware, John Madden. What do you think of that? Ndamukong Suh is in the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame quarterbacks. So this is just for the ones that have been ours, no fullbacks. And the ones that came with the game. That's kind of funny, huh? So we're in week 1 of the preseason, and I got me a guard problem. So I need a left guard badly. And I don't know if I got enough cap space to even try to sign one, or if there's even one available. But I need a left guard. Alright, we do have some options here. We got 48 speed Mike Apatu. Oh, I can see it, but I can't say it. It's on the Seahawks last year. Tyler Larson, Quentin Spain, Jeff Roan, Wes Schweitzer. Alright, so we do have some options here. And if we go by strength, Mike, man, he's not going to grade very far ahead, is he? Oh, he's a 75. I'm going with the 73. Run blocking. Run blocking. Guard. 30 years old, 70 overall. How's the top of this looking? We'll give him a shot if I can sign him. If I can't sign him, then we have to pick someone else. But go back to strength. A balanced left guard. His 48 speed is just what's killing me there. Oh, I get cap room. Is a superstar. With 48 speed. I'm not expecting to run all over the world here. Alright, and then go back over here for the pass run block. Terrible. And then the other one is terrible. Barry. Yeah, we're just doing this. Big strong bulldozer that's slow as molasses. Let me write that down. Middle linebacker on there, but I need a backup quarterback that can chuck the ball down the field just in case we need to. If Aaron Rodgers is out or backup, and I'm looking at these higher end throw power player ones, and Cardinal Jones looks like a great bet for someone to back up Aaron Rodgers. So Cardinal Jones is going to the Packers as the backup quarterback. There's no N in there. It's Cardale Jones. Cardale Jones? Yeah? Cardale Jones out of Ohio State. So my fault for that, but so that's going to be our 2.15 million, 1 year, 29-year-old, active, preseason 1. Sign him to the active roster. And that leaves us with $4 million for injuries during the season if we need to. Hopefully we don't. I don't even know how many players are on the team at the moment, so we'll see when we get there. But we're gonna just rip through these playoff games. I am going to change all golds to silvers in this year, since I think I'm getting too much of an advantage for that. Coach's goals. Before I do that, see, yeah, so I got 5,800 experience to spend. And do we want tight end training or running back? And we're gonna go running back, and then we are also, sorry, that's all we're doing, running back. So quarterback and tight end. Tight end is last, and then I think I'm going to pick up the other two, these two, expert scouting, which isn't necessary, but master negotiations. So we'll get this next. We'll do tight ends and then this. Yeah, maybe I'll just do this first. We'll do this first. So, but preseason is underway. We'll see you at the end of it. Well, it says I gotta cut 2 players to move on to the next week. So we need to go to the cut players side. And one of them super simple. First one we're cutting is John Schmidt, the 24-year-old quarterback that I drafted in like the last round, I think. Yep. So 7th round quarterback I drafted. I drafted 2 quarterbacks so far, and this one made it to 1 preseason, but he is done. Finito. Goodbye. Last year we signed DJ Tucker to our practice squad, and this year he's just not going to make it from that spot, and unfortunately I'm going to have to let him go. Thank you for your time, DJ. And you want a Super Bowl ring on the practice squad? I think you get a ring, even though you didn't actually play at all. So, nice. Move I made to get to my required is I put Taylor Blake, who broke his collarbone when he's out for 8 weeks, onto injured reserve before preseason. His season is done, basically. Maybe that's not a great idea. Maybe I don't want to do that. I'll look through the other 9 and see. I got 2 left to get rid of. I have 5 strong safeties on this team, and so I was just kind of looking at the skills, and though he has 84 speed, 81 coverage, and 76 tackling, it's just so much better than him. He can't be on the practice squad, and he can go to the practice squad. So I think what we're going to do is Marcel Merle is going to stay. Sean Boston's going to go to the practice squad. So we'll do that now. And then Rod Bernard is going to be cut. Let's see if he was... strong safety. Rod Bernard, yep. So he was our 4th round pick in 2020. And he's not going to make it any further. 2 years on the practice squad, and then now he's getting cut. So, yeah, hey, that's some decent money, man. That's $10,000 a week, so I wouldn't complain. All right, so we got some practice squad positions open, and I think we are okay on our 4 tight ends. So, and 1 fullback because the other one went on the 4 running backs, 2 quarterbacks. Mosh Sankey is older than Antoine Hubbard. He was a big time player last year, and now he's the 4th running back on the team. But he's still really fast, so I think he's still going to go above Anton. But we have to worry about his future and our 21-year-old running back. And then we have this battle right here, which we can already see that Jerron Brazil is he's gonna pass Kendall Fuller and Cyrus Jones quite quickly, probably this year, and be the second to Ronald Darby, who really, like, I mean, it's gonna be close for him too, but not this year. But he should pass. He should pass these 2 this year. So that's good. I like to see our cornerbacks looking like this. So, okay. And just because, you know, you all want to know, there's no one from the 17 draft left on this team. And from the 18, we have our number 1 pick, Neil Stallings. He's going to be around for a while. Shaheen Favors. Right there, number 2 wide receiver. Josiah Stubblefield finally starts after being a backup for the first 2 years. And Anton Flynn, who is safe this year. We'll see about next year for his position. That's for the 18, and so it's 4 out of the 7 left, so more than 50%. So you remember that we traded away our pick to the Chiefs for their 2nd round next year. So we traded away our last pick in the 2nd round for the Chiefs' 2nd round pick next year, which we were hoping was going to be pretty good at 239. So they're saying they're picking 7th, 6th, and then we got a 6th rounder, and we ended up picking up Darryl Whiteside, the receiver who was a 76 overall. They got this guy, Marquise Bedford, who was a 78 overall. So, yes, he is better than our 6th round, but we didn't pay as much. Now, that's only if we like hit decently on the next one, and he's 24. So, and Whiteside was what, 21? 23. So a year younger. So, you know, that was just one of those things that I just thought I would bring up to you before we left the preseason. We never went over grades of our rookies and stuff. And well, let's quickly do that and then end this episode. So Neil Stallings was our first pick in the 18 draft, 28th pick. He had 60 tackles, 6 tackles for a loss, 1 sack, 6 interceptions, 5 pass defense, 2 forced fumbles, and a touchdown on 1,077 snaps. And he won Defensive Player of the Year over J.J. Watt. So I gave him an A+ because, come on, that was amazing. Shaheem Favors was our 2nd round pick in that year. That was a pretty good draft. He went 70 for 128 yards, I think. 8 touchdowns. 39 is long on 1,090 snaps. He was first in yards and first in touchdowns on our team. I gave him an A-. He had over 1,000 yards, then I would have been an A+. Josiah Stubblefield only played 114 snaps, but he didn't give up anything. I gave him a C. I'm actually going to change that to an ink, and we will see what happens this year. Luke Wallen was traded in the middle of the season. He was our fullback. Carter Gunn was traded in the middle of the season. He was our quarterback. Anton Flynn, 37 catches for 528 yards, 6 touchdowns on 520 snaps. His kick returns were 20.3 yards, which is 3rd in the NFL. His punt return was 2nd in the NFL. And he was tied 3rd in yards and tied for 2nd in touchdowns on the team. I gave him a C+. I don't know. I guess I wasn't really that impressed. But, and I wish the comments in Excel would automatically expand as needed to be able to see. Alright, next up in our thing was Juwan Mixon. He was our 1st round pick in 19. He had 53 tackles, 13 for a loss, 7 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 952 snaps. Mr. Juwan Mixon. Here we're going to put him over here. He's right there. See, beautiful 90 overall guy. 3rd in sacks on the team. But we were 1st in NFL defense rush and 3rd in points. So I gave him an A. He's pretty solid. His comment now won't leave. Next up was Watt Thompson. He had an unfortunate accident with coming in to the season and getting slow dev. So that's unfortunate. But I gave him a B on grade because he had 20 catches, 217 yards, 1 touchdown, and 570 snaps. He was 3rd in team, but the team was 3rd in rushing in the league, and he's a blocking tight end. He had a big part of that. JT Fender had 20 tackles and 5 pass defenses for half the year. He was benched in favor of Jalen McCullen, so he became a backup. Gave him a D on his thing. Our free safety, Copeland here, 250 snaps, only 3 tackles on 250 snaps. That's not great, I guess. I don't know. Should have some pass defenses maybe, or an interception or something maybe if they threw at him. I don't know. It's hard to say. But I give him a D. Our other tight end was also taken that year, and you don't see him. He's Anton Cherry's now the 3rd He had 1 catch for 8 yards and 100 snaps, but he's a blocking tight end too. So 3 wide receiver or 3 tight end sets are running sets most of the time. So our left end, 7th round pick in 19 was the left end, Will Merring. 1 tackle for a loss, 1 blocked field goal or punt, I'm not sure, on 36 snaps. So Scott Weary, who got hurt, was 7th or 2nd in punting average before he got hurt, obviously, and he's 91 overall. That was 47.5 and 41.6. Inside the 20 was 10. He was not good, but he had the longest punt with 71 yards. Okay. Sinclair was our 2nd round pick in 2020. We did not have a 1st round pick in 2020. Must have traded it away, huh? Let me look here. That seems wrong. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We traded away our 1st round pick to the Cowboys. And they got some guy named Jay Heath. Should we look that up or not? Oh, that's how we got. Alright, we have to look. I know the episode's getting long now. Cowboys. We just go by age. Looking for a Heath. Here he is. Cornerback. So, Wolf. This is the cornerback that they picked up from our trade. Oops. I'm not sure if he was a superstar before that. But, because it's been 2 years now. So, let's see if he's on the draft tracker. Oh, he's not. So I don't know what he was originally, but hey, look at that. They got a sweet deal there. So we did not have a 1st round pick because we traded away, and they got a pretty good corner. Well, actually, now that I think about it, he's a 76 now. He is their number 1 corner. Yeah, I don't know. This is like the end of the season, so we can see. Played in the wild card. But no, he was a superstar before he got to this point. See, sometimes Madden does some amazing tracking. Okay, moving on. So we had 2nd round picks because we didn't have any 1st rounds in 2020. And we picked up a defensive tackle in the 2nd round. Sinclair. And here he is. And he got an incomplete grade because he only played 37 snaps. So he's been incomplete. He's been on the team each year. He just hasn't had to play. He has moved. He'll play this time. And then strong safety Marcus Murrell I think it was Marcus, yep. He, 3 tackles on 76 snaps. I gave him an incomplete. Anyone that had not enough snaps under 250 kind of got an incomplete grade. Sankey was 298, 1,044 yards, but only 3.5 yards a carry, but 14 touchdowns and 3 fumbles. 14 yards was the long. No. Hold on. Sorry. And then another 3 touchdowns from receiving. I gave him an A-. If we would have had a higher run, then he would have been it. Would have been 8. Our 3rd round pick was a quick dev player. 17 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss on 139 snaps because he got hurt and missed 11 games. Our other safety, Rod, he was a 4th round. He was on the practice squad and he just got cut. 6th round cornerback. He's been on the team a couple of times. 10 tackles on 276 snaps. But he got to play in the Super Bowl and he's living a dream, and he has a whole heck of a lot of experience for some reason. Oh, he got a Defensive Player of the Week in the Super Bowl. Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's super funny. I guess you don't really look at the... Because he got an interception. They gave him a Super Bowl Defensive Player of the Week. Had to go to someone, huh? Oh man, I forgot about that. That means there was an Offensive Player of the Week too. Oh, we know who that was. That had to be Matt Jones. He was phenomenal in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl week, Offensive Player of the Week, Matt Jones. Okay. I'm never going to get this episode ended. It's so long. Anyways, I gave him a D. But he got to play in the Super Bowl. And finally, our 21 draft pick, Asher Favors. 48 catches, 574 yards, 4 touchdowns. 3rd in yards, 3rd in TDs on 1,062 snaps. Gave him a C. Halfback Antoine Hubbard. 3.2 yards carry. 114 yards and 71 things. I gave him a C. I'm actually going to give him an incomplete. Parker Benjamin was our center, but he was on the practice squad last year. Vander Underwood, who we cut. No, we put on the practice squad. 4 yards, 8 yards on 4 catches. Anyways, the team was 1st in rushing. In the NFL, 3rd in rushing or whatever, so I gave him a C. He did fine. Dre Loach was a free safety. He had 4 pass defenses and 4 tackles on 150 snaps. I'm giving him an incomplete. Trey Gibbons, our right tackle, was on practice squad. Sean Brother was strong safety, and he just got cut. He was on practice squad and gave him incomplete. Well, that was John Schmidt. Trying to go quickly here. Anyways, I'm end the episode. Incomplete for Sean Boston, who had 2 tackles on 111 snaps. And is that a player that I cut? Thank you. Have a good day.